Hello, aspirants, and welcome to your Parwaaz Academy. As usual, I hope all of you are doing well. Today, we are going to discuss 15 PYQs here. As you can see on your screen, from the topic Physical Divisions of India and also rivers, both will be combined. This is going to be the lecture number one of this part, that is your geography part. And since the paper that was scheduled on 22nd of February has been rescheduled, and we have enough time now, and I'm going to focus more on topics which are more static type, especially geography, especially if I talk about your geography portion, history portion, as well as polity portion. I'm going to give more preference to these topics now, so that you can revise all these topics through these PYQs, especially from SSC section. If I talk about, I'm going to include most PYQs from the SSC as well as JKSSB as well. But remember, this is going to be the series now, in which every day we will discuss top 15 PYQs with, as usual, factors that you can always remember and write down them for revision purpose in the future as well. So for today, I'm going to discuss this lecture. Let's go straight away with the questions now. Before that, one more appeal would be that if you want to get the PDF of this section, you can get that on Telegram, and you can join the Telegram. That link is given in the description. And also, if you are not subscribed, do subscribe to this channel for more such videos and more knowledgeable sessions. Let's straight away go to the first question of this section. Here is the first question, that is, the lesser Himalayas are also known as you can see, this has been asked in SSC as well. So when we talk about the Himalayas, we have to remember the names of these Himalayan ranges, because as we know, Himalayas are usually classified into three different ranges. If I talk about Himalayas, we have three ranges. The northernmost range is called as Himadri or Greater Himalayas. This range is known as Himadri or Greater Himalayas, as we know it by this name, Greater Himalayas. Okay, Greater Himalayas. Now this southernmost range is known as Shivaliks. All of you must be knowing this. Southern range is known as Shivaliks. Okay, and this middle range, this is known as Himachal as well. And here we have been asked about this range. This is known as Himachal. Okay, so here, if you talk about lesser Himalayas, this is also another name for these Himalayas, which we know as Himachal. Lesser Himalayas is also named to the same Himalayas, that is Himachal portion of the Himalayan range. Okay, so you have to remember this fact. This is very important as well. And these lesser Himalayas are located between the Greater Himalayas and Shivaliks. Now you know that. One more thing that can be asked here: what is the altitude of these Himalayas? That is lesser Himalayas. Usually they have the altitude range of 3500 to 4200. You have to remember this. Sorry, it should be 3700 to 4500. Okay, 4500 meters. So this is the range that is generally given to these Himalayas. Okay, and one more thing, famous hill stations that you find in India, mostly that you visit during the summers, is like Shimla, Mussoorie, and Nainital. They are all located here. Which? Shimla, Mussoorie, and Nainital. They are located in this range, that is your lesser Himalayas or Himachal range. Okay, so these are the facts that you need to remember here. And as you know that Shivaliks are the southernmost range of this, and this is the youngest range as well. Remember the fact as well. This Shivalik is also important for dunes. Okay, longitudinal values that we found in this. So this is also for remember this is also important, because sometimes the questioner asks the question about these dunes. So this is also a fact that you need to keep in your mind. Now, if I talk about one more thing here, uh, okay, I have given you more than enough from here, but do take this point as well. The Shayadri is a separate part. This is actually the Western Ghats. Western Ghats are called as Shayadri. Okay, this is Western Ghats. Okay, so this is not related to your Himalayas. So this is not your answer. As we can say, B is the right answer. Himachal. Lesser Himalayas are also known as Himachal. This is important. Now moving to the next question. Now I hope this much information is enough here. Next question is, which river is known as the Sorrow of Bihar? Sorrow of Bihar. So this is a well-known fact that the Kosi River, due to its course changes and all those factors, this causes flooding in the Bihar. And the reason, this is the reason why we called it as Sorrow of Bihar. So this is important fact. But what are the other facts that you can remember from this? This is also asked in SSC as well. So other facts are Gandak, Son, and Gagra, as well as Kosi. These all are tributaries of River Ganga. These all are tributaries of River Ganga. River Ganga. So remember this. River Ganga has left bank tributaries as well as right bank tributaries. Left bank and right bank tributaries. Okay. So in order to remember this left bank tributary, I will give you the trick, that is, you can remember 3G. Then we have 3G. Then Rama Kaka. Okay. 3G Rama Kaka. You can remember this. 3GG is for Gomti, Gandak, and Gagra. So remember this. This is going to be the easiest trick that you can actually revise these tributaries by this trick. 3G is for Gomti. One is Gomti, Ganga, Gomti, Gandak. Sorry, Gomti, Gandak, then Gagra. Okay, Gomti, Gandak, and Gagra. These are three tributaries. Then you have Mahananda. Ma is for Mahananda. Mahananda. R is for Ram Ganga. Ram Ganga, and K is for Kosi. Remember here we have only to give we have to give folks only on this K, that is Kosi. So this is the trick you can remember these. This is going to be the easiest trick, I guess. 3G Ramakaka. You can put it like this. 3G Ramakaka. Okay, Ramakaka. Now you remember this. 3G is for this. Ra is for one. Ma is for Mahananda. K is for Kosi. So these are left bank tributaries. Once you remember the left bank tributaries, right bank tributaries, they can be solved easily. Okay, because you know the left bank tributaries, then you have no doubt about the right bank tributaries, which are your Yamuna. Okay, Yamuna, Son, Ken, Betwa, Chambal. So these are the tributaries that you need to remember. Okay, these are the tributaries of River Ganga. So I have discussed all of these, but remember this trick for these left bank tributaries. All other things can be easily remembered. Okay, now moving to the next question. Question number 3. I hope this much is important. Now the question number 3 is the highest peak of the peninsular plateau Annamudai is located on which hills? This question is asking about the highest peak of peninsular plateau, that is Annamudai. You know this Annamudai is the highest peak of peninsular plateau as well as highest peak of South India. Okay, highest peak of South India. Peak of South India. Okay, remember this fact. Annamudai, this is very important, and it has an altitude of 2695 meter. 2695 meter. Okay, so this is part of Annamalai Hills actually. Okay, remember this fact. Option number B would be the correct option here. This is part of your Annamalai Hills. It is located in the Annamalai Hills of Kerala. Okay, Annamalai Hills. This is in Kerala, Idukki district. If you remember, you can remember district as well. Idukki district is this is important. Okay, so highest peak of peninsular plateau Annamudai. Okay, don't confuse it with Doda Beta. Doda Beta is the highest peak of. You always the students always get confused here. Doda Beta. Doda Beta is highest peak of Nilgiri. Okay, Nilgiri is a separate range. That's also part of this Western Ghats, but it's a separate. Okay, Doda Beta is the highest peak of Nilgiris, and Doda Beta has 2637 meter of altitude. Okay, so this is also the fact that you need to remember here, because many a times students get confused with this fact. Okay, next is you have to remember this Palani Hills. Palani Hills is the actually eastward extension of Western Ghats. Eastward extension of Western Ghats. Remember this Nilgiri Hills, as I said, Dodapita is the highest peak of these Nilgiri Hills. Also remember Nilgiri Tahar. Nilgiri Tahar. This is important as well. Remember this. This is the animal actually found here, Nilgiri Tahar. So this is the state animal of Tamil Nadu, I guess. So remember this fact as well. Now moving to the next question. Question number 4 is which of the following rivers flows through a rift valley? इनमें से कौन सी river ऐसी है which flows through a rift valley? Okay, Ganga, Godavari, Narmada, Krishna. Now all of you know that Ganga is the Himalayan river. Okay, it doesn't flow in rift valley. So Godavari is the Dakshin Ganga. This is Godavari is also known as Dakshin Ganga. Dakshin Ganga. Okay, the fact is river Ganga is the longest river that flows in India. Longest river that flows in India, and Dakshin Ganga is the second longest river. Do remember this fact. Second longest river. So you need to remember these factors. These can be asked anytime. Dakshin Ganga Godavari has the length of 1465 meters. Okay, this is the length of your Godavari. Okay, so you have to remember these. These facts are important. Now coming to the Rift Valley, as we all know, answer is option number C. That's Narmada. Narmada flows through a Rift Valley, which is created due to tectonic activity. Okay, here two separate ranges in the north as well as in the south. In north there is Vindhyas. Okay, Vindhyas, you know that mountain range it is, and Satpura is the other mountain range, and these two mountain ranges form the Rift Valley here, which is known as the Rift Valley, and here Narmada flows through this Rift Valley, and you all know that Narmada is a west flowing river. Narmada is west flowing river. It drains into Bay of it drains into Arabian Sea. West flowing river drains into Arabian Sea. So this is the fact that has to be pondered about. So this is important. Remember this fact as well. So answer, we got the answer. Now we know this Dakshin Ganga as well. That is Godavari, your second longest river in India as well. And this Godavari originates from Maharashtra. Okay, this originates from the foothills of actually Western Ghats in Maharashtra region. We are going to discuss that as well. This Krishna is also east flowing river. Okay, east flowing river, not west flowing. Do you remember this? This is east flowing river. This is also its origin is also near Western Ghats. Near Western Ghats. So these are the facts from this slide. Now move to the next question. The Majuli Island, the world's largest river island, is located in which river? So Majuli River Island, most of you know this fact. Majuli River Island is the world's largest river island that's located in which river? Okay, this Majuli River Island is formed by river Brahmaputra. So here you have to remember Brahmaputra is the correct answer here. Okay, this Brahmaputra is known as Yarlang Sangpo. Yarlang Sangpo in Tibet. In Tibet, this is known as Yarlang Sangpo. And once it enters India as Dehang. Then it enters India as Dehang. So remember this. This is important to remember. Now moving to the next question. Moving to the next question, we have the next question here. Which pass connects Srinagar to Leh? Which pass connects Srinagar to Leh? This question has been asked in JKSSB SI as well. So this is important question. And you know that Srinagar to Leh, which pass connects these two streets? And you have your Zojila Pass. That is option number B would be the correct option here. Remember that the Zojila Pass, this is sometimes referred to as mountain pass of blizzards. This is sometimes referred to as mountain pass of blizzards. Mountain pass of blizzards. This is important to remember as well. One more thing that you need to remember is its altitude from the sea level. The altitude here is 3528 meter. This is important as well. So this pass connects Kashmir to Leh, that's Ladakh region. One more thing is here Nathula Pass. Nathula Pass is in Sikkim. Remember this. This connects Sikkim with the Tibet. And then Shipkila Pass. Your Shipkila Pass, Shipkila actually this is, and this pass is in Himachal Pradesh, and it connects Himachal Pradesh with the Tibet. Okay, this is in Himachal Pradesh. So these are the facts from this slide. You can remember these passes are always asked in the exam, so this is important as well. So next question, we have the next question here. The river Godavari originates from which state? So I was talking about Godavari के बारे में मैंने कुछ बातें पहले भी की हैं. So मैंने वहाँ पे आपको बताया था. This Godavari originates from Maharashtra. Here option C would be the correct answer. Trambakeshwar, if you want to remember, Trambakeshwar. This is the place from where this river originates. It falls into in the Nasik district of Maharashtra. Nasik district of Maharashtra. And the factor that we already know is this Godavari. This is known as the Dakshina Ganga as well, and it is the second longest river in India. Second longest river in India that flows in India. Okay, so remember this. This is important as well. Now, Odisha. Which is the main river that flows through Odisha? You can answer me in comments if you know which is the main river that flows through Odisha. Okay, moving to the next question we have on your screen now. The Dwar formations are characteristic feature of which region? Dwar formations, these are important as well. Dwar formations are very important. This is the characteristic of which region? Kashmir Himalayas, Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas, Himachal Himalayas, and Arunachal Himalayas. Remember this, we have not read anything like Dwars in Kashmir Himalayas. Okay, we know that we have read Dunes. Dunes are a feature of Shivaliks, but these Dwars are also, if I talk about in a सेंस मुझे ये लगता है कि ये भी हम शिवालिक्स के साथ जोड़ सकते हैं. बट यहाँ पे एक कैच है. वो कैच ये है कि जहाँ पे ये दुआर्स पाए जाते हैं वहाँ शिवालिक्स एबसेंट है. मीन्स शिवालिक्स को रिप्लेस करते हैं दुआर्स. आपको बस ये याद रखना है कि इसका ऑप्शन है दार्जिलिंग एंड सिक्किम हिमालयाज. और ये जो दुआर्स हैं ये एक्चुअली इन्होंने रिप्लेस किया है शिवालिक्स को जो हमारे सिक्किम और दार्जिलिंग हिमालयाज हैं वहाँ पे. अब ये दुआर्स क्या है? ये एलुवियल डिपोजिशन हैं. आपको पता है कि जो हमारे फुट हिल्स हैं किसके हिमालयाज के वो एलुवियल सोइल से भरे पड़े हैं बिकॉज रिवर्स ऊपर से आते हैं एलुवियल आते हैं. ओके, सो यहाँ ये भी याद रखना है कि यहाँ पे काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो एलुवियल फॉर्मेशन है काफ़ी ज़्यादा एलुवियल फ्लड प्लान्स इनको कहा जाता है. एलुवियल फ्लड प्लान्स. ओके, अब ये एलुवियल फ्लड प्लान्स इंपॉर्टेंट किस लिए हैं यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ध्यान देंगे. एलुवियल फ्लड प्लान्स जो है ना ये इंपॉर्टेंट है यहाँ पे टी कल्टिवेशन के लिए. टी कल्टिवेशन यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. सो रिमेंबर दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, तो दुआर्स कैसे याद रखेंगे? दुआर्स आर एक्चुअली यू कैन से दीज दुआर्स रिप्लेस द शिवालिक्स. और यही कंटिन्यू करते हैं हमारे जो फुट हिल्स होते हैं हिमालयाज के इन केस ऑफ दीज रीजन्स दैट इज दार्जिलिंग एंड सिक्किम बिकॉज देयर आर this is said that there are these shivaliks are absent there in that region and these are replaced by these dwars and this is the characteristic feature of these Himalayas. Okay, so this is important and you must remember these facts. This is important for the tea cultivation here as well. Darjeeling tea, you must be knowing, has got the GI tag as well and alluvial floodplains are formed here. Now moving to the next question. Next question is which river is also known as Dakshina Ganga? I have already told you this. Godavari is known as Dakshina Ganga. Okay, Godavari is known as Dakshin Ganga. Godavari is known as Dakshin Ganga. You must remember this. I have already discussed the facts here, so I'm not going to discuss those facts once again. But one more thing that I would like to tell you here, that this Kaveri has some religious significance. Okay, due to some religious significance, this religious significance. This is sometimes referred to as Ganga of the South. You must remember this. Sometimes referred to as Ganga of the South. Ganga of the South. So this is the fact that you should remember from this slide as well. Now I was talking about Odisha earlier on, and this Mahanadi flows mostly through Odisha. Okay, so remember this fact as well. This is important as well here. Now moving to the next question. The Park Strait separates India from Sri Lanka. All of us know this fact, but you have to remember that this separates especially the Tamil Nadu from Jaffna district of Sri Lanka. Jaffna district of Sri Lanka. This is very important fact. Okay, Jaffna district of Sri Lanka separates Tamil Nadu from the Jaffna district of Sri Lanka. This is important. Now also remember the fact that we have how many neighboring countries surrounding India. Do tell me that in your and do tell me that in comments. Okay, because here we have Pakistan, Myanmar, Maldives. These are all our neighbors. So India has how many neighbors? That is the question that you can answer. I have already I have already uh, given you this information earlier in my lectures as well. Okay, now moving to the next question. We have the next question here. That is, which of the following is the longest tributary of River Ganga? So I have already discussed tributaries of River Ganga. Yamuna, Gagra, Gomti, Kosi. These are all river tributaries of River Ganga. Now the Ganga here, if we talk about the longest we have this, that is known as Yamuna. Longest is the Yamuna. Okay, the longest is Yamuna. And remember this second largest. Yamuna is the longest and the second largest tributary of the Ganga. Okay, longest if we talk about this is, but if we talk about largest in terms of volume of water. Okay, largest in terms of volume, in terms of volume in terms of volume of water, that is your Gagra. Okay, remember this fact, Gagra. GHAG. All right, Gagra is the largest in terms of volume. But if we talk about the longest is your Yamuna. Okay, this is the fact that you need to remember. Now moving to the next question, we have the next question here. In which state is the Guru Shikhar peak located? In which state is the Guru Shikhar peak located? And this has been asked in many exams as well. So Guru Shikhar peak is located in Rajasthan. You must remember this. That is your Rajasthan, and this is the highest point of which Guru Shikhar peak is the highest point of which mountain range? Your Aravalis. Okay, highest peak of Aravalis. Aravali range. Aravali was very much in news. Do read about this because this can be a very good question this time around in your exams because it was more in news as well. So this is important. Now Aravali range has the highest peak of Guru Shikhar. You now know this fact, and this Guru Shikhar has the altitude of 1772 meter. This is directly asked as in the exams like SSC and other exams. So remember this fact as well. Also, one more fact that you can remember here is this Guru Shekhar falls in which district? Sirohi of Rajasthan. Okay, district Sirohi. Do you remember this fact as well? And also here, this is part of Mount Abu. Okay, Mount Abu, which is a hill resort here. Mount Abu is the hill resort in this place, and this Guru Shekhar is part of that as well. So remember this, and do tell me, let me know in comments which temple is found here. Which temple is found here? There is a temple as well in this region, and that temple is called as what temple? I mean to say this temple belongs to or is dedicated to which guru? Okay, do let me know in comments if you know that. Now moving to the next question, we have the question number 13 here. The confluence of Alaknanda and Bhagirathi rivers is known as. जहाँ पे अलकनंदा और भागीरथी रिवर जो है मिलती हैं उस कॉन्फ्लुएंस को क्या बोलते हैं, उस जगह को कौन सा नाम दिया जाता है? तो यू मस्ट बी नोइंग दिस. Alaknanda and Bhagirathi, they meet at Devprayag. So ABD, if you can remember this, do remember this. Okay, they meet at Devprayag. This is the important fact that you need to remember. And from here we called it as Ganga. Okay, Alaknanda meets Bhagirathi at Devprayag, and from this point Devprayag onwards we call it as Ganga. This is the fact that you need to remember. Other facts that you need to remember here is that Rudraprayag is the meeting point of Alaknanda with Mandakini. Okay, if we talk about Alaknanda and Mandakini, they meet at Rudraprayag. Rudraprayag. Okay, so AMR, Alaknanda and Mandakini, they meet at Rudraprayag. ABD, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi meet at Devprayag. This is important fact. One more fact here is Karnaprayag. Karnaprayag is the confluence of Alaknanda and Pindar. Alaknanda, Pindar. They meet at Alaknanda and Pindar. They meet at Karnaprayag. Karnaprayag. So these are the facts that you should remember. Mostly this one is asked, but sometimes this is also asked, and this can be asked as well. Alaknanda APK short. You can remember this by these short terms. APK Alaknanda and Pindar meets at Karnaprayag. Alaknanda and Mandakini meets at Rudraprayag, and ABD is much more easier, and you can remember this by the ABD name as well. Okay, this is Alaknanda and Bhagirathi meeting at Devprayag. Okay, now moving to the next question. Which river system forms the Jog Falls, one of the highest waterfalls in India? Which river system forms these Jog Falls? Okay, this is one of the highest waterfalls in India, and you must know that here the answer is your Sharavati River. Sharavati River, this is in Karnataka. Remember this street as well. Karnataka, this river, and these Jog Falls are known as Jirsupa Falls as well. Okay, Jirsupa Falls, highest falls that you can say the highest plunge falls in India. Remember this as well. These are plunge waterfalls that are formed in India, and these are formed by this Sharavati River. Okay, this is important as well. Now moving to the next question, that is going to be the last question for today, because we are going to discuss only 15 questions as usual in our session. The Chotanagpur Plateau is famous for its rich deposits of gold, minerals, fertilizers, petroleum. Chotanagpur Plateau is famous for. Simply the question is as simple as that. Chotanagpur Plateau, remember this Chotanagpur Plateau is sometimes referred to as this is referred to as Rohor of India. Okay, Rohor of India. What is Rohor here? Rohor is actually a region that lies in Germany. Okay, this is the mineral rich region in Germany. So this is always here that this Chotanagpur Plateau is rich in its mineral deposits, and this is also why we call it as Rohor of India. This is it. Okay, and now also know that this is rich in important minerals like iron ore, coal. Okay, iron ore, coal, manganese and mica. These are the important minerals that we get from the Chotanagpur Plateau, and this Chotanagpur Plateau covers parts of your states like Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal. Okay, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and Chhattisgarh. Mostly these regions are covered by this Chotanagpur Plateau. So this is important that you must remember these facts with regard to this. Okay. So these are the questions that we discussed today. Thank you for watching if you have watched it till now. And if you want the PDF, as already I told you that you can get the PDF from my Telegram. You can join that. That's given in the link. And one more thing that I would like to stress upon here is that if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to this channel and get the daily notifications regarding these important questions and sessions for your exams. Thank you for watching. Thank you.